Hello, my YouTube family. It's me, Lindsay Star. Welcome back to my channel. You guys do me a favor, please hit that like button if you aren't new to my channel. Please hit that subscribe button. Make sure notifications are definitely turned on. Leave a comment and don't forget to share. And thank you. Okay, as of right now, you guys can tell. Sorry, I know my lip looks weird, but this is what happens when you bite down on your teeth. So just please ignore it as best you can. But I'll just cover it. What is going on is I may have to hold off today's stream. I was going to stream today, but apparently I forgot the slightest problem. Today's a holiday. And you're like wondering, what? It is a holiday? Yes, I'm afraid so. You see, this is known as the Martin Luther King Jr. Day, and I forgot about that. Dang it, Louie. And if you guys don't know about it, it is a holiday in observance and meant of one man who led a movement, the civil rights movement, and I forgot about this. So apparently my mother is kind of home because apparently I guess her office gets off on this holiday, I believe. So yeah, so I don't know what's going to be happening today. I'm not sure if I'm going to stream today. I'm not really sure if I'm going to say hi to Meza today because I may be doing something today. And I may be going... Actually, I don't know if we're going anywhere or not because I think most of every business could be closed or something. I'm not sure. Alright, just don't get me wrong. But yeah. I forgot about that. Now, the other thing I also want to address is the, what happened yesterday, what I posted on Instagram. I was trying to make a video last night, and it didn't go well according to plan, and it's because I turned it into almost a 35-minute rant. But since I forgot that my phone cuts off around 34 minutes, so don't ask me why that does. I don't know. I have no idea why it does that. So, yes. What is going on? Why am I kind of mad about what was going on last night and why I refused to talk about the subject, but actually might as well be. What happened was, despite I was trying to, stay awake, and I think because through the shower makes me go tired and make me go take a long nap. Not that long. It's just a couple of hours because I was so tired still. And what happened was my mother tells me that she was on the phone because I guess that's what I heard her talking on the phone, and I thought it was somebody about turning this house trying to change it as supposed to be an apartment, but it's been a house for most of my life and my brother's. To make sure it is a house, because that's what my evil father wants to do. But that was not the case. She was on that phone with that swindle of all swindles, Verizon. And as you guys don't know, I hate Verizon as much as I hate Comcast and AT&T. I know saying that is a very strong word. But, and I do mean but, the reason why is, well, this actually kind of started about almost 4 years ago. Alright. So, what happened? Well, I was watching FPI show called that's short for Full Impact Pro. That's a wrestling promotion that is part of the World Wrestling Network. Anyway, I bought the show so I can watch my favorite wrestler, Tim Donst, go try to get an opportunity to go up against Trent Beretta. Or Beretta, whatever you want to call him. Anyway, during the show, the thing was just stopping and starting, and I was wondering what's going on. So during the show, I end up emailing the people. Well, they believe it's my internet. So here's where things get a little too crazy. I get on the next day. I get on and find out what the heck's going on. Turns out I have a terrible up and down speed. And on top of that, understand this: there were three electronics devices, one computer, 2 laptops, and of course a couple of phones and stuff. Here gets a little bit so weird and so crazy. I get online, I try to contact Verizon, and at that time, my mother was paying 3 different companies. For our phone, she had to pay AT&T. For the cable, she paid Comcast. And for internet and for landline, we had to pay Verizon. And it was ridiculous. So, furthermore into this madness, we find out that besides after nearly a year later, after finding out that AT&T was trying to mess us up and charging us $300 without any explanation. But yeah, so back to the Verizon situation. So they said they tell us, and of course I had to tell my mom because she had to find out herself. They told us that the speeds that we had wasn't only enough to cover the computer, not the laptops, not our devices, anything. And I was like, what? And my mother blew it. She was so angry. And furthermore, they said to her, oh, we'll charge you more, or we'll charge you $50 more to give it to all the computers, all the devices, the computer, the laptops, the devices. And I'm like, wait, why? So because of this craziness, and I do mean it, because of this, she got mad and angry. And I was so angry too, because I really wanted to, watch and Tim Donst wrestle. And, and it was because the stream is stopping and starting. So apparently my mother had blew it out. She was very angry and upset, and she had it. That apparently she ended up contacting Comcast, and they offer her a deal at that time, and they were going to give her paying of let her pay $110 per month, as I heard. Whatever, they end up checking the prices on us. Not to mention, then, of course, there were problems going on for all of our TVs and stuff. And I don't know if it has to do with what I did, which I didn't do nothing wrong with the hookup. I mean, I did everything. Everything was tied in. But, alright, so that's how what's going on now. But, continue on where we left off. So my mother took the agreement, and we were supposed to wait. It was to have it. But here's the bad part. Verizon did not wait and let us to have everything transferred from them to Comcast. Instead, they said to shut it down without any warning whatsoever. And I remember this because It's because how angry and upset and ridiculous they did not give us a chance. Not to mention, they would not let us transfer our phone number, our landline phone number that we had for years. They almost held that hostage. So Comcast had to get it out of them. So then we got our phone number back. So yay us. So for the next 4 years, we were loyal to Comcast until the whole entire net neutrality situation was going on, and of course, and also at the time we had to drop AT&T for Sprint because Sprint said they would help us. Yet I think my mother is about to lose her mind as well. But at the same time, while my mother had to deal with the fiasco, there were a lot of more problems been coming up ever since. There was the matter of them trying to get rid of Comcast sites to not inform us. They're trying to get rid of Pop TV and Destination America, and even though at that time that was when Impact Wrestling was, and also they were trying to get rid of Spike TV as what? No, it was Destination America because of Impact Wrestling, and Spike TV because I was enjoying watching Lip Sync Panel, even though I haven't watched it since. But this whole entire situation, without any warning, Comcast decided to try to get rid of those channels. We had to find out why without any warning. And it turns out they said they wanted to pay more money. And I was thinking in my mind, this is something I have to deal with the net neutrality thing. I think this happened, nearly 2 years, about 2 years ago. Nearly, somewhere around that time. So I was like, why would they do this? I mean, I didn't even know I should know that time. That Impact Wrestling was not doing well, Destination America, and then they jumped shift to the Pop TV, and they still are to this day. But to finding out about this was ridiculous. So, yeah, I think the whole entire situation with Comcast, they were trying to punish their customers because of the whole entire net neutrality thing. And that's how I felt. And then, of course, fast forward to back last month, and now everybody's going crazy because now we may end up suffocating this whole entire net neutrality thing, because since Verizon have their insider man which apparently it's ridiculous that people who being put up on the FCC as commissioners, they should be people who are not been employed by any of them. But yeah, Verizon has an insider man, and he's the FCC. He's one of the FCC chairmen who wanted to destroy net neutrality, and kind of really made a bad situation, and nearly almost. And his videos, the video he made about this, he made it to a trigger point standpoint that Ethan Hill Klein almost wanted to ended up roasting him. I tell you, they did. They tried to do that, but they almost did if they had the chance to do so. No, wait, never mind. Anyway, so yeah. So, besides of this is the midterm elections and stuff, I'm very angry. I'm very upset how things are being treated one way or another. And, a lot of things have been going on. And, you know, and let me tell you something. When I heard about the whole entire net neutrality thing, we had to go to Walmart that day, and some kid was trying to swindle out my mother to prevent her to switch to Verizon. I was going to go crazy and saying, you need to get out of here because you shouldn't be here because of the whole entire net neutrality thing. Instead, I got shut up and scolded by my mother because she said I'm acting like a kid. No, I'm not acting like a kid. I'm acting more adult than how she handled it. And she said, oh, no. And now, here we are, last night, she's on the phone with these pigs, these liars, these swindlers that should be arrested for trying to swindle, lie, and harass the elderly. That's it's and you guys are thinking, well, Lindsay, it's not really against the law. Well, it should be because it's considered to be bad business practices. Yes. And they really wanted my mother to join because they want her to switch over because they'll promise a lot of things. Yeah, here's the thing, Verizon. I've seen your commercials. The one you have for the one on television with those Stranger Things kids. And then another one featuring one of my favorite Twitch streamers, Swifter. Yes, I'm starting to like watching him, because he's a good guy. And after I felt sorry for him with the Echo Escape, just leave it like that. But that's really low. Oh, really, really low. You have somebody who is considered your insider man trying to destroy net neutrality. You using Swifter for your little product placement online, especially when I'm on seeing advertisements on Twitch, especially if I want to watch Meza. Oh, and not to mention your heinous acts since, far as I remember, since the 2014 incident, there's no way I'm doing that. I'm not letting her do that. I will have to fight and see if we can find any more other providers besides the big three. And actually, it's a damn shame that the United States government is not investigating this this situation of why in cities that you're only been forced to choose three. And then, of course, then I forget that most of them are being bribed by the big three, right? Because there's something criminal going on. You shouldn't be, it should be against the law to be bribing politicians just for something without taking full responsibilities of fixing things. I do mean this. Starting with Verizon and AT&T and Comcast. Yes. So, this whole entire net neutrality thing needs to be handled immediately. We need to make sure that it stays. And in order to do that, we need to get rid of every Republican and Democrat who have their terms up. We don't need to be having these people to be voted in again or reelected, or in the new ones to take their place. We need people who are individuals and not just being independent parties, but people who understand what's going on. And because Democrats and Republicans don't care as much of what we do as long as they have money in their pockets. And it's not just Republicans are being paid off for this. I'm pretty sure there are those who are Democrats who don't care as much, and they focus on something else. Like, for example, Cory Booker. He's supposed to be, I thought he was the champion for net neutrality. Instead, it's that criminal Bob Mendez. And what Cory Booker does? Oh, he wants to make sure weed is never being declared as bad as can be. I mean, seriously. We need to get rid of these people once and for all. All. You know, the Republicans and Democrats do not care for the people. Oh, it's time this needs to be changed. I'm sorry I have to say this, but and if YouTube's having a problem with this, they need to go up because they're part of the problem as well. Oh. Anyway, hey. I'm sorry I have to be so angry, but I know I should be trying to think the positive outcome, but since this whole entire situation of my mother to that being swindled, conned, lied to by Verizon, when the fact is they should not be doing any business whatsoever, since they, as well as Comcast and AT&T, are trying to destroy net neutrality. Hey, seriously, I'm very angry and very upset, and there needs to be change no matter what. So anyway, guys, thank you for watching. I'll see you guys again soon. Don't know what my plans are for today, but if you want to know, make sure you follow me on Twitter. Thanks for watching. Until then, bye.